mid-jungle 2v2. And that makes sense because Sejuani, Corki, they're great champions, but that's not a strong 2v2. So we'll have to see what ends up making it through here. And I kind of love this. I kind of love this. One of the biggest. And we have the Ezreal in the bot lane. Ezreal is a lot safer compared to the Zeri. Zeri obviously suffers from range and does actually have to walk into effective range of the Nico and the Kalista.
Sponge can get it done. Let's jump into the rift for game number 1.
Because you're trying to hit a turret that is a lot more beefy, but because they have over to Pioshik's top side, could be really, really big here. And there we see Beryl now making his way over.
Oh, he stole it. Okay.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah. Very frustrating fake Corki that did actually move over, so he might have just straight up died.
Guys, if he got
greedy.
You cannot do this. I guess they set it up for Sponge.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do. So Sponge takes down his Raptor camp and then walks over this ward. But Rascal sacrifices most of his health bar, as does this lead even further. So there's that level 6 like you were talking about.
Perfect knows this. Should know this.
Well, Rascal is still level 4, but that's a very, very dangerous Sponge. And so Perfect is just dead, and that is first blood going over to Rascal. That's going to help him out.
In the topside jungle. 6 grubs would be really big here, but looks like KT, while that was happening, was Sponge looking for this play, was able to sneak away too. Still going to hit the threshold for the mites, but not going to feel nearly as good as it could have otherwise been.
Yep. And so Sponge going to be able to take down this last one. Means that he's going to be able to continue his... So KT still going to start this one up because, of course, they're KT. Beryl still does have that level 6, so can be very pivotal.
Without Equalizer, I think that DRX should feel confident to take this.
Well, still going to be a Glacial Prison connecting here onto Sponge. There's the flash forward. They find the Pop Blossom. Sponge is going to get taken down first, but he does get the ulti out. Still the Teddy's going to get exhausted. That is going to be Rend popped, and Satab solo the flash forward, and Def just cleans it up. It's a triple for the Kalista, and I guess they just didn't need the Equalizer.
After that flash.
Yep, and there's the round of applause. And
they can't respond to the TP that they can't see. But I wish they would have been more proactive about it, because whoever is going to be proactive is probably going to look better. And now KT, huge gold lead as this Drake fight commences.
Yep, they have an Equalizer this time as Perfect waiting on a flank angle here as Beryl moving on over, wants to find his angle, does have his Pop Blossom back up and available as there's the Equalizer. Then it steals the Drake! Oh, okay. Well, now Pop Blossom's going to come on through just to try and get rid of this cannon. Rascal going down extremely low, but Beryl is going to pop as well. There goes the Nocturne. Satab's getting chased down by Def, who is so incredibly fed at this point in the game. They'll grab themselves Soul Point, they'll win a team fight, and KT are off to the races.
But the problem is that they know, so this should be a tough one.
Yeah, the Equalizer is going to come down. Great positioning here from Perfect as he does get stunned up and will be taken down, but man.
Perfect again, not really respecting the Nocturne, but not going to be the end of the world. I wonder if they actually want to commit to this, and it looks like they are. Sponge doesn't have his ultimate right now, and neither does Rascal.
It's going to be hard to get over this wall. He does have the flash available. Beryl is almost just dead. True Shot Barrage to come out and try to take him down. The Baron is going to be... It's actually kind of smart that the man in the most dangerous... I'm going to have to hold that thought here as Fleta thinking about going in. Beryl is still extremely squishy. Does eat some honey fruit to try and get himself back up to health. Now they've started off this Drake.
They gotta go.
Barrage is going to connect there onto Def. Paranoia is going to connect, but the Pop Blossom, it finds 2 as well. Sponge is completely out of the fight, but now they dash in. The ulti from Satab is gigantic. And now Pioshik and Perfect, the last man standing. Perfect trying to get himself out here. Pioshik is on basically no health, and that is a gorgeous skate in from Satab. That's going to be bounty gold going over to DRX. A triple kill for the Zeri, and maybe even a Baron.
And we knew it was too clean, Atlas. This made way too much sense up until this point. And it's Rascal, who after having had such a rough split, ends up being the difference. Like a lot of gold onto that cannon.
Looking at this Baron once again. Def just going to start that one up. Fleta trying to get some vision back in. This Baron pit. Yeah, exactly right. There are a bunch of them. And the cannon biding his time for now. Paranoia up and available. We'll see whether it does get used. As they take the Rift Scuttler, Pioshik down to 50%, and is just going to get himself out of there.
the moment they get the
Whether
skull,
that exhaust is actually going to be utilized on the cannon this time around. I think that is going to be a big difference maker in this fight, is whether KT can get this fight happening on their terms. As Beryl on an angle, looking like a Sejuani. They are kind of aware that is not the one. Is going to transform here. Fair bit of damage there onto Pleta, as we can see. Now the extended beam's coming in. Rascal going for that flank angle. And Goshik, not exactly the target. The exhaust hasn't gone down yet. The equalizer comes in. Perfect is going to be taken out, but they didn't kill BDD. They didn't kill Def. And KT will punish. This time around, it's not even close. As Teddy, he'll go down in the end, and that is going to be a kill going over to Beryl. That's the ace. That's going to be Soul. It could be Baron. It might even be Game.
And this time around, the crucial members are not found. The dive.
You can just come in, you can take some Mystic shot poke and stuff like that if you want to. As Satab, he's going to get teleported on. That is going to be the ulti to come through. The paranoia comes down, but Satab, he's going to have to flash over this wall. He's burning, but he isn't going to go down just yet, as Beryl's going to transform into Bristle and Sejuani. And Satab doesn't have a lot of ability to keep himself alive as he tries to lifesteal off the wave without too many lifesteal items.
Yeah,
that is going to be the end of him.
With BT, like, maybe you find a way, but he didn't. And now, KT going to continue using the ultimate there to try and keep his body safe. Didn't work, and now they don't have the ultimate to maybe set up another desperate flank. They do have some wards behind, but they just can't use them.
And Deft is a tank now as well. He's got 4 items. One of them is a Wit's End and that Terminus on top.
And BT.
And BT. Like, it's kind of nutty. He said, Rage Blade? Nah, I'm not about that. I have to jump too fast. I'm just going to build as many pseudo-tank items.
And Ocean Soul?
Yeah, no, he's not really going to be dying anytime soon. One Nexus turret remains here for DRX. As KT, still with a minute left on this Baron, they are just going to move on over and take down this mid inhibitor turret. They'll take the mid inhibitor as well. Get another wave in amongst this to try and continue their siege. The big ones starting to really hurt here as the Glacial Prison going to get Arcane shifted out of there by Teddy. That was very good. But now Rascal needs to spend some time on the fountain. He's not going to be there to try and defend this as the paranoia comes out yet again. Pleta looks for the back line, but he's just going to get burnt to a crisp. And then the snare comes in from Beryl. Rascal can't find anyone with the ulti. It's a double for BDD as the exhaust down on Teddy once again. Make that one a triple. Is this another penta? It's not, because Perfect is going to take away the 4th one. Sponge is going to deny the kill, and there goes the Nexus.
With his knockups, his team fighting, his decision of when to use exhaust was amazing. But I know that his damage numbers don't look that high, but I got to give credit to Def. I think this is a really hard game to play as a Kalista.
I'd agree.
And he ended up with a pretty immaculate KD. A lot of lost hits in that, but I think that we saw how important DRX found him and how much damage was tried or thrown into him, trying to take him down. We'll see which of those two is going to get it. Even Yoshi got a great game. I think for Perfect, a bit